Hi there, students. I've had a question about what is the difference between ontology and epistemology. Okay, I think firstly this question is more to do with philosophy than English, but I'm going to try and answer it because it sounds like a fun question to answer. Let's see, ontology is trying to discover what really exists. Yeah? It studies the concept of existence, of being, of reality. What is reality? What is real? What is not real? And then epistemology studies how do I know it is real? What do I know? How do I know these things? So, ontology, does it exist? And epistemology, how do I know it exists? Now, both of these concepts are clearly deeply interlinked with each other. There's a lot of overlap between them. Okay, the word epistemology comes from ancient Greek, episteme, meaning knowledge, and then logi, speaking about dialogue, logic. And then, so it's epistemology, the study of knowledge, and ontology comes from the ancient Greek, on, and which is from the verb ami, which means being and existence. So about existence. So the study about existence. Okay, there was even a Latin word, ontologia. Okay, so epistemology, knowledge, and ontology, knowing that things exist. So this made me think about the statement, I think, therefore I am. Okay, this statement, I think, therefore I am, this is evidence, knowledge, to prove or to show whether something exists or not. So the I think bit is epistemology. It's about what do I know about the world. And then the ontology is the original question that sparks this statement. Do I exist? Okay, so do I exist? Ontology. I think, therefore I am. Epistemology. Okay, so epistemology is looking at the world and using evidence to show that this exists or not. Okay, so ontology. We can split ontology perhaps into various different things. Okay, for example, we have objective ontology, which talks about the fact that if I see something and everyone else can see it, then it exists. And the only things that exist are things that I can see with my senses and can be confirmed by other people. Then you have subjective ontology, subjectivism, which is wondering about things that we cannot know about. So, for example, does God exist? Okay, so I could use different types of epistemological evidence to say that God exists. Well, I was saved in this terrible situation. But does God exist is a very subjective thing. One person believes God exists, another doesn't believe that God exists. And the question here is, do things exist that we can't interact with them with our senses? To me, clearly, it's very logical that, yes, there exist things that we cannot interact with our senses. The question, though, is what are they? That's a very ontological question. Okay, so it's easy to say this hand exists because I can see it, you can see it. Yeah, but there are other things that we can wonder about. Does truth exist? Are there universal truths in this universe? Or maybe truth is different for each person. Okay, so this is talking about ontology. Epistemology is talking about what is knowledge? How do I know? So justifications, truth and belief. So I can see this hand with my eyes and so can you. But is that real, or are we in the matrix? Yeah, maybe I just think it's real. Recently I read a book about a universe that was the matrix within a matrix within a matrix within a matrix, a never-ending set of matrices, which then begs the question, what is the origin of those? And that's an ontological question. Okay, so epistemology. Either you can look at this through positivism. Okay, you believe that truth or knowledge can be discovered by using a correct theory or a correct concept and measuring it. This is the modern scientific theory. Yeah, that everything that exists, if you can conceive it and measure it, then that is your knowledge. But we can also look at epistemology from an interpretive point of view, interpretivism, okay, which says that everything we know is only relative to the person who knows it. So, for example, what is it like to be an illegal immigrant? You can only know what it's like to be an illegal immigrant if you've been or you are an illegal immigrant. And somebody who has never been an illegal immigrant can never know that. I'm laughing a bit because when I first came to Spain in the 1980s, I was an illegal immigrant as well. So I have a little bit of knowledge about it, but very little, not in the modern context. Okay, so I think that these are the basic concepts. Ontology. What is reality? What is real? What exists? What doesn't exist? Yeah, what is truth? What is the relationship between truth and reality? Are there universal truths? And epistemology, how do we know what we know? What is knowledge? How do we decide this is something we know, this is knowledge? Okay, and that's, I think, the difference between the two. If I've made any glaring mistakes in this explanation, don't hesitate to comment and tell me you got it totally wrong. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Ontology and epistemology. Wow, what concepts.